We're at the Winter NAMM show on the Expressive e-booth with Arthur, who's going to show us a controller called Touché. So Arthur, what's Touché all about?
Well, Touché is a device that you can connect to a synthesizer in order to make it much more expressive. The idea behind it is to bring all the sensations and expressivity you have in an acoustic instrument into the world of synthesizers.
So, can you tell us a bit about the development process then?
Yeah, we've been working on this project since 3 years in France, and we've worked at the start of it in a research lab, and working on the own Martineau thing. It's a French instrument from the beginning of the 20th century.
Yeah.
And we've have a lot of ideas around that, building the project. So now we are a full team of 14 people.
You're 14 people now?
Yeah, in France. And so we are here at the NAMM show for our first time to unveil our first product, which is called Touché.
So can you tell us a bit about the functionality of Touché then?
Yeah, Touché has CV, MIDI, and USB output, so you can connect it to any synthesizer, whether it be hardware or software. And you have 4 points of control in it. You have the top one, bottom one, left one, and a right one. And it's all about sensitivity, expressivity, and it's also really reactive. So when you play with it, it's really intuitive. I'm a synth player, I'm a piano player, and when I build a sound, it's really cool to have knobs, all right? But when you want to play with a sound, it's much better to have Touché because it's much more like an acoustic instrument. You are much more in the mood,
So it's all about better expression than you might get from, say,
definitely.
Touch or pitch bend. Right?
Yeah, it's something different. With a mud wheel, you are basically sweeping a parameter slowly. With Touché, you can do that with great sensitivity, but also be really fast and do sort of attacks and filters and handmade LFOs. It really is impressive to see.
And just quickly tell us about the construction then.
What do you mean by construction?
You've got a wooden top panel to it. So
yeah.
Why did you choose wood over, say, plastic?
Yeah, so it's a mechanism, a very complex mechanism with wood on the top. Why wood? Because it's something that relates to the acoustic world, and it's something very nice to touch. And when you play Touché, you need your hands to swipe over the top, And with wood, you have that kind of soft sensations. So yeah, wood was chosen for that. And under the wood thing, you have a very complex mechanism. So it's not, touch sensitive. It's actually press. You press top, you press bottom, and you slide on the sides.
Okay, so can we have a quick demo of it then?
Yeah, of course. So here is a very simple setup. I have the filter frequency routed to the Touché. So when I will swipe my hand over the top, it will open the filter, like that. As you can see, it is very sensitive, but it is also very reactive. For example, here. So it goes like this. So here was a very simple setup with only one parameter. Here you have something more complex. I have to note, I have a sound on the bottom, a sound on the top, and I can play both of those together. If I press in the middle, it triggers both, and you can swipe between the two. You also have sides. For example, here you have left side and on the right side doing the pitch shifting. But you can also use the sides for various things, such as LFOs. Here in this preset, I have one filter here, one filter there, and different LFOs on the sides. So it goes like this. Also, you can be really fast and very handy to play things with intuitively, for example. Yeah, so I think it's good.
So can you map the parameters to anything on your synth or software synth?
Yeah, you have, with CV you just have to plug the cables and then route on your synthesizer. With MIDI and USB you can do it by a little software. We will release the software later this year, okay? And in this software it's meant to really ease the task of configuring stuff with Touché, so it's really easy.
Okay, great. So how much is it going to cost then, and when's it going to be available?
Well, we don't have a fixed price yet. What I can tell you is that it's going to be released later this year.
Okay, and what sort of price range? Do you have an idea yet?
Yeah, I can tell you it's going to be less than $500.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Arthur.
Thank you very much.